welcome back to a new video. So today I am going to be ranking the Fear the Walking Dead promo images. I have made this tier maker myself, so I'm not 100% sure what's correct and what's not correct, but I've just I found what I think is right. If there are any mistakes, please let me know in the comments, but I think for the most part this is a pretty decent, Season A and B promo images. I want to thank someone who commented with this idea. I think this is a very good idea, and I've been so busy lately. I think this is a very nice and fun video for me to make, because when I made this channel, I only wanted to make it because I wanted to talk about Fear the Walking Dead, and I have been busy, and I don't want to make myself it's with so many things, I don't want to make myself stressed or whatever, thinking about what I have to do and all. So this is just something fun that I really just want to do. I don't know anything about graphic design. So I'm just going off the category or grading criteria of A, how nice does the image look, and B, how well does it represent that part of the season. And I could be very wrong with some of my opinions. I could put things in places that you guys won't agree with. And if there is the right evidence, I wouldn't be against saying, yeah, I was wrong. I don't know why I thought that should go there. So please let me know if you disagree with any of these, because maybe I've just completely thought of just the wrong thing and I've put an image in a place that it doesn't belong. So I'm going to start with I'm not sure if season 1 is split between A and B, or if these are just two promo images, but I'm just going to call this one A and this one B. So season 1A is definitely Luciana tier. I think it's a nice image. I think the walker at the background, who I think is the principal, I forgot what his name is, Eddie or Arnie or Ernie or someone like that. I think that's supposed to be him. I like the bright colours signifying California. And I like how there's just children playing basketball completely unaware. It's like there's this looming threat in the distance, and clearly there's no urgency or anything like that. So I really like that it does show what season 1's all about. And I would say the same with season 1B. I don't like this one as much, but I like the footprints on the ground, how it's like a walker's dragging the feet. And I like the text Fear Begins Here. I think that's very nice, because Fear the Walking Dead's not the best name, but I feel like when it talks about Fear Begins Here, that is a pretty nice way that actually makes the name make sense. You have fear in The Walking Dead, this is where you start to get scared, because season 1 shows how it all begins. So I like that, and again we see the bright colours from California. I think that's Santa Monica Beach, but I do not know, so I could be so wrong saying that. But season 1 had some very nice promo images. Now season 2A is perfect. I absolutely adore this image. From the sun, clouds, and Abigail creating this skull. It's just such nice imagery. Seeing the Abigail representing the first part of season 2, because that's where, we stick with the first part of season 2, and that represents it well. The colours, the yellow, orange, darker colours, lighter colours, everything just kind of accumulating together, just creates an eye candy image. I have a poster of this image, and it really is it gets you so excited for season 2A. It's very nice. Season 2B is a bit different. I don't know. I like it. It definitely, seeing the kind of the painting on the walker's head being the Day of the Dead. I forgot what it's called, if that isn't what it's called, but it definitely references Mexico with that kind of painting on the walker. But there isn't too much more else. I think it's a beautiful image. Again, another eye candy image, but I don't feel like it represents season 2 as well as season 2A. But I still think we can tell that it's set in Mexico, and it definitely shows us down to the fact of there's a lot of walkers, especially now that we're on land. So I could put it there, and I might put it there. I might change it at the end. But I think for now, I think I'm going to put it there for now. I think it's very nice. I just think even the small detail of the Abigail just really represents what season 2 is about. But maybe I am just being too harsh or whatever. I completely get that. I mean, like I said, I know nothing about graphic design. So Dead in the Water, I haven't actually watched Dead in the Water, and this isn't the best image. I'd give it mid. I haven't watched it, and I will watch it. Like, with, like, World Beyond, I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to. But with Dead in the Water, it's something that I just generally have not got around to watching, and I really want to. And based off this promo image, it looks fine. The kind of darker blue, turquoise, aquarish colours obviously signify the water. You've got Teddy's like right-hand man, I think, and some other person, I don't know. I mean, it's mid. Because I haven't watched it, it doesn't tell me much about it. I mean, I guess the colours and the text tell me it's water-based. But besides that, I wouldn't really know what's going on. And we don't see this guy until season 6 of Fear. So, yeah, I think it's alright. It's a decent promo image, but it's not more than mid for me. But right at the top is Nick and Season 3A. I love Season 3A. So once again, we've got more text that says, fear what you become. Absolutely perfect, because the name Fear the Walking Dead is again being used in a way of like, it's I forgot the word where a word can have a meaning that you're not sure about, or that has more than one meaning. But it, whereas Season 1 said, you're scared, like, you're scared of the walkers. Season 3 says, like, you're scared of what you become. So Season 1's, like, you're scared of the walkers, and Season 3's what, like, scared of you become. Jesus, sorry. I am, like, I'm, like, a proper mess. Because I forgot that word. I forgot that one word, and so now I'm just really struggling on what I mean. But, yeah, it just gives the title another meaning, and it makes us think, like, when you see that image and you see fear what you become, it's like, so now are we not necessarily scared of what's out there, but now we're scared of ourselves and what we could do. And to back that up, we have an image of Nick kind of with his face covered in blood, like to blend in within the walkers, once again signifying that we're the people that should be scared of ourselves. And it has Nick, which that already gets points, because by this point Nick has been like established. Nick has been established, and it just makes sense for him to be there. And I like the colours. The colours give off a very, like, border-like Mexico, Texas feel. So I think that all of the elements of that just make me dead excited to watch the start of Season 3. Like, I'm like, oh, yes, remember the border, remember Nick, remember everything that goes on. Remember how Season 3 pushes ourselves, like, pushes the emphasis on us being the people to be scared of. And Season 3B is probably bottom of the Madison tier. I think it's amazing. I think we can see all the characters. We see Madison, Strand, Nick, Alicia, Ophelia, Troy, Jake. We see everyone. And again, we keep the similar colours between, like, Sandy, all that Texas kind of, like, feel. But I don't think it hits as good as the other images. I think maybe I could put it there, but I think it's the first promo where we see everybody on it, and not as, like, every single one of them characters is amazing. Like, I love them all. So to have a promo, like, it once again represents the second half of the season and makes me dead excited. So if it does its job and is an image that I want to look at and would want a poster of and would make me dead excited to watch Season 3B, then absolutely not complaining, top tier. Now, this one isn't real. I found this on Google, and I just thought I had to mention it. It's Madison, but in, like, the similar style as Nick. There's nothing really to say about it. I just thought it was very cool. I'm not going to put it in the ranking simply because it's not, like, a proper promo image, but I like it, and I think it would have been really interesting to see, like, that picture with Madison, because Madison is definitely, like, the main character in Season 3, and she's definitely the one, I think, that most resonates with being scared of yourself, to be scared of us. Season 4, look, I think this is Morgan and Grace. I am not being biased. I do not like Season 4, and I'll accept that, but I'm not being biased. I think that this is misleading. I think Madison being front and center is ridiculous. I mean, look, I guess she is in Season 4 a lot. She's in a very small bit of the present, and she's in, like, all of, if not most of, the flashbacks from the past. So I get that, but let's be honest. Madison is not the main character of season 4 at all. For A or B, it's Morgan. So it's already misleading to see her up front. And then Alicia is put to the background, which, I mean, whatever. And then Nick isn't there at all. And Nick is there probably just as long as Madison, or being in the present for longer and being in the flashbacks about, maybe not as much as Madison, but still being in the flashbacks like a decent amount. So I don't see why Nick isn't there at all. And then it just completely doesn't show us these new characters. Like, and that's the thing, obviously they didn't want to do it because in some way I feel like they knew that they were going to lose some viewers by misleading us. By not misleading us, because if they were to have these new characters and to put Madison in the back behind Morgan, then us original Fear viewers are not going to be happy. So it's just very misleading and I don't like it because, like, it can't even be honest with itself. And to me, there isn't really anything there that signifies what happens in the season. Like, I don't see the Reapers at all, and they're the main villains. I can't tell if that's the stadium or anything. I'm not sure. But whatever, I do not like that promo. It does not make me excited to watch Season 4A. I mean, it kind of does with Madison and Morgan being together, but we all know what happens, so I'm not happy about it. Season 4B can go in the bottom of mid. I like that it's honest, at least. Obviously, there's no Nick and Madison, which there shouldn't be. And, of course, we can still see June, John Dory, Strand, Morgan, Luciana, Alicia. So, yeah, they're honest about it. And this big kind of swirl, I assume, is signifying the storm, which creates the whole Season B purpose of trying to get everyone back together. So, I like that at least it's not misleading and it does represent what Season 4B is about. So, I don't like it, but I don't hate it, so it's mid. Oh god, now Season 5. Look, I think this is above that. I don't think it's misleading again, and I think, like, seeing the plane and a lot of, like, drama and action, I mean, I guess, like, it represents Season 5A. I don't really remember what happens in Season 5A. I think they're stuck on the island, so the only thing that makes sense is the plane for me. I like the colour scheme. The colour scheme's great. Probably one of the best, honestly. I know that, like, some of these, like, this colour scheme, I absolutely love these three. But the blues and the whites and, like, the yellows, and a little bit of red and orange. I really do like the colour scheme of this. But Alicia's just jumping in the air, being weird. Like, everyone's just kind of jumping and doing something crazy. Like, what the freak is this with John Dory? Like, I get that he has both his pistols and he has, like, that shot where he, like, splits his, like, bullet. I don't know. This picture doesn't make any sense to me. It's why I don't even know what to say about it. I like the colours, but it's random. But, once again, at least it's not misleading. If you're misleading, you get put to the bottom. And again, this Season 5 image is below that. No, I don't like anything about it. I mean, no, I like the colours, like the kind of blues and purples down here. I like the sky being a bit of like a murky colour, but nothing else about it I like. Like, why is everyone together? Like, I don't understand. Like, I know that at some point they are together, but there was no fight between everyone and Virginia. They literally just gave her a radio and was like, okay, yeah, we need to help now. Like, there was no fight. Like, there was no fight to have everyone together. So this is just ridiculous. And then Alicia jumping in the air, like, really? Wasn't Alicia the one that refused to kill walkers? Like, are we really doing this? I don't know. I don't even know if that is a proper 5B promo. That's one of the dodgy ones. But if it is, then I don't like it. And if it isn't, then whatever image it is of Season 5, I don't like it. I also don't know if anyone's drawn that. Like, if it's a painting or a drawing, it's different. But I'm going off based if it's a promo. And if it's not a promo, then I'm so sorry if it's a drawing. But that's just, like, if it's a promo. Morgan. Okay, now this one is mid. I think it's probably top of mid. I think it's simple. But again, it's a little bit misleading. It's misleading. I mean, no, it's not. Like, it is and it isn't. Morgan with the red eyes, and I'm sure the red text, is, like, the first episode of Season 6. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a mistake, but it was led to believe that Morgan is immune. God knows what happened. I completely forgot. I don't know whether Morgan was just so far dead. I do not know. But this image altogether just reminds me of them trying to make us believe that Morgan's immune, which he isn't. I don't think. God, now I'm even bloody gaslighting myself on whether he's immune or not. Just see what I mean? Just how much I hate this new fear. But generally, I don't like it. But I don't like its misleadingness. But I like the image, like Morgan with the beard and the hair. I like that Morgan. That Morgan should never have gone. I do like the colours. It's like just really black, brown, and red. I like that a lot. It's very simplistic and kind of cutthroat, which, while I'm not going to say that signifies Season 6A, I think it's alright. It doesn't really tell you anything about 6A. Like, there is no imagery of it, but do you know what? I'm not that bothered because, it's top of the mid-tier, it's a nice promo image, and it would be one that I would be willing to get on a poster. I like it. But I don't love it. I also don't hate it. No, but season 6A is, I want to put it there. Season 6B. Season 6B is very nice. You see the kind of walker in the bushes, which, even though it's mini like the Abigail, it already tells me a little bit about what's going to happen. Like, it gets me questioning, well, what is this walker? Why are they strung to the bushes? What's going on? And then seeing 50% Morgan and 50% Alicia with their heads back to back. I like that. I like it when Alicia is shown and she is shown there. I think the colours are amazing as well. The white background with like this aqua pearl emerald, not pearl, but like emerald green. I really like it. I have a little poster of it. I have it where Lenny James has signed it, and so I have like a little poster of it, and I really do like it. Like, it's a very nice promo image, and even though Season 6A is probably technically better, that does make me want to watch Season 6B right now and be like, relive some of the Teddy era Fear the Walking Dead. So, yeah, I actually think that's probably one of the better promo images of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this one, Season 7, I don't know, like, I probably will put it at the bottom of mid, simply because you can clearly see between the colours and Morgan and Strand's heads, it gives you a good idea of what Season 7A is going to be. Radiation and a rivalry. So, fair play. I'm not complaining. I think that's a decent... It shows what Season 7A is going to be. I think the colours also really do work decently well. Though saying that, I also don't like them. If you get what I mean, if you don't get what I mean, then just know that I love it and I also hate it. And that's why I'm putting it in mid. I think the yellow is a little bit weird and it's a little bit piss yellow. And the rivalry, I mean, there probably could have been a better way of showing them having a rivalry rather than just their heads screaming at each other. But I do like that they at least showed it, and the colours represent the radiation, which is like the huge part of Season 7 as a whole. So, yeah, I'd probably put it there. In fact, I'd probably put it above Dead in the Water because, yeah. So that's 7B. I'd say fair play to that. Now, Season 7B, literally, I don't know. I like the colours, right? The colours are nice. It has a bit of that green that we've saw. And then the colours of Morgan and Strand are also nice. They're not too ridiculous, but they also do still give me the sense of the radiation. And I'd like Alicia in the middle, kind of showing that she has to choose between them. I'm not really getting an idea of what Season 7B would be like. And again, that's not always a bad thing. You don't always have to show that. I like it when it is shown though. But, I mean, I don't really know where to put this one. Like, it could go there because it is a nice image. But then I could also see myself putting it top of mid. Because it has the same colour green and it's got nice colours, I think I'll put it there. I think it's a nice promo image. I really don't know. This is the one that's actually stumped me. I have no idea where I would actually put that. I feel like I could put it at the top of mid, but I feel like I've been putting a lot of stuff in mid. Do you know what I am? I generally believe it is top of the mid. I think it's a nice promo image, but again, it's not like... It's nothing special like the top lot, so... and before we get on to the final one, this is another one I'm not going to properly rank, but this is the Season 8, like, teaser promo or whatever. I have no idea what counts as a promo or whatever, but this was like when we first found out that Season 8 was going to be the final season and when it was going to come out. And I would put this in mid again. Like, it's alright. It shows a walker head. It's green. It gets us out of the radiation. It shows maybe like a time jump and how things have decayed. So I would probably put this at the top of mid or behind season 7B. But for what I think is season 8A, I'm actually going to put this in the bottom of Luciana because it's got Morgan and Madison together. I'm not a huge fan of Morgan again, but Madison is there. The text says I think it says something like a broken world, which I like that. Even though it's dead small, if you can read it, I like that it does make use of like the time jump and getting further on in the apocalypse and how the world just gets even more broken and how even more people are dead and more places are abandoned and decayed. And I like how you can see the faces of Morgan and Madison and how they're like splitting apart and like they're growing kind of like greenery out of it because it signifies like just decay and all, and like when things are left alone and how it gets all vegetated and all. I like this image. This image does make me excited to watch season 8A. Will I have the same opinion when it's out? I don't know. If I like it, then I think this image is a great one. If I don't like season 8A, then I don't know. But going off everything else that I have, going off the same concept of what will it show for season 8, I like this because we haven't fully seen season 8. We've seen trailers, but we haven't really seen, we haven't seen season 8. So I'm going to make a little prediction now based off everything else. And that prediction is what are we going to see in season 8. And there's a lot of predictions from seeing a show about Morgan to seeing some connections. I am going with the world being even more decayed and destroyed because clearly you can see by the images their faces are getting like, you know, like ripped apart, torn apart, cracked. They're cracked with like vegetation growing out. And with the text of broken world, it makes me think, yeah, I think that they will do something to do with the continuous falling of society. But they are the promo images that I have ranked. I'm pretty happy with my ranking. I mean, I honestly don't believe that maybe this should be the proper bottom, but it's just how misleading it is. And that's not the show. Like, I am not being biased or judging the promo on what happened in the show. I am judging it on the misleadingness. Like, I'm not judging it on my bias. I'm judging it on what it shows and what it is. And I just think that it's so misleading. It's like I don't trust it and I don't want to give it a dead good rating because if you saw that poster or picture, then you would think season 4A would be something completely different to what we actually got. So I'm not accepting it. That I think that these are probably the worst promo images. Though the colour scheme on season 5A, I'm telling you, I think that they actually are beautiful, but the rest of the image is just a bit all over the place. I mean, if I was being dead harsh or dead nice, I don't think there are any awful promo images. I think that the colours are very nice on all of them. I think that most of them do tell a little story in them. And I think, at worst, they're just misleading. But that is the list I'm going with. Nothing in Goldberg and Chamberlain, which I agree with. I don't think there are any awful ones. But maybe some of you would think that some of them are awful. And like maybe some of you would tell me that one is awful. Or you'd tell me that actually this season 7 one is horrific. And then maybe I'd think about it and think, yeah, no, you're right. So maybe my opinions could change. But thank you all for watching. And I will see you all next time.